We all know how challenging it is to learn a second or third language. Today, we are going to speak with someone who has been learning English for some time. We are going to talk about the challenges that she has faced in learning English and also to see what tips and what things she has done in order to take her English to the next level. Let's listen in. I am here with Roxane. She is a student who has been studying English for quite some time. Roxane, where are you from originally?
I'm from France.
Wonderful. And where do you live?
I live in Dominican Republic.
You live in the Dominican Republic. So Roxane is from France and she lives in the Dominican Republic. And at what age did you move to the Dominican Republic?
I moved at 4 years old.
Excellent. So you've lived here most of your life.
Yeah.
Wonderful. How many languages do you speak?
I speak French, Spanish, and I'm learning English.
She speaks English as well. She speaks English very well. So you speak 3 languages. You speak French, Spanish, and English.
Yeah.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to learn English and why it's so important to you to speak English.
I want to speak English because I want to speak with other people that only speak English, and I want to understand the movies, the series, the song.
Okay, so the great thing about learning English is it opens up many other doors. You can speak to people in other cultures. It just opens up a whole new world. And obviously there's a lot of TV shows, series, movies, music you have access to if you understand English. It makes it a lot more fun. Tell me a little bit about, we all know how challenging it is to learn a second or third language. What has been the most challenging elements for you about learning English?
I think the most challenges is the grammar and how to pronounce words.
Sure. It's not like I know in Spanish, things are read the way they're supposed to be read. I mean, it makes sense, right? English is very different. You have words that may have the same spelling, but a different letter that the word begins with. I'm thinking right off the top of my head of the word near, which is N-E-A-R. But if you have B-E-A-R, it's not beer, it's bear. So we have things like that in English that are challenging. The grammar is definitely difficult. So I can appreciate that. I know how difficult that is. Talk to me a little bit about some of the most difficult sounds in English that are the most challenging to pronounce.
I think the is one of the most challenging, and the word with R and L it's pretty difficult.
Okay, so when we've worked on this obviously a lot. This is something that most non-native English speakers have a lot of trouble with, is when you have that TH blend in English. You're not going to notice it that much when we speak, when native people speak. However, when you're trying to make the correct sound, when you say words such as the, that, those, you have to really think about placing your tongue slightly between your teeth in order to get the right sound, because otherwise it just comes out kind of like a D sound many times. So the, those, you're going to get the right sound.
Yeah.
And I know one of your favorite words is world. World.
World.
Very good, very good. So English is challenging. We all know that. Anytime you learn a language, it's super challenging. Talk to me a little bit about what have been some of the things that you have done outside of going to school and taking classes, learning English, that have helped to take your English to the next level.
I think my tips are see videos or movies and series in English with the subtitles in English.
Sure.
And speak with other people.
Right, so watching instead of seeing, we're watching TV series. I know, Roxane, you like to watch the series in English, and then you will have the subtitles on in English as well. So it's passive, right? You're sitting there, you're listening to the words spoken, and if you need to see the words, you can see them as well. But it's giving you more exposure to hearing English spoken. And also anytime you can practice. I mean, just getting out there and speaking and not being afraid to make mistakes. Because inevitably, when you speak another language that's not your first, you're going to make mistakes. So you have to be not afraid, just like you are, to go out there and just say the words and just try it. Thank you so much, Roxane, for sharing your challenges with us and letting us know some of the tips that have worked for you to help you improve your English. I'm also curious to hear from all of you that are listening, what have been your challenges in learning English? Feel free to leave me a comment in the comments below. Also, for those of you that really want to improve your pronunciation in English, I have included in the description below my listen and repeat playlist. Check it out.